Oh man, I got my glasses all dirty. I know it sounds sick and wrong, but I enjoy this stuff. Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back. So today in the shop, we've got this big project here. Look at that. We've worked on it before. We've done some replacements. The skid plates underneath, they wear out. I pulled a couple of them off. See where they're ripped right there. Just lots of wear and tear rubbing on the ground. So today I've got to replace, I think 8 of them. And then I've also got to replace these top pieces, which they call a turtle shell, I believe. And then the little blades that spin on those. So yeah, let's get going on it. Let you guys watch how I tear into it. I've got to drill out and re-tap some holes where the plates bolt down, just because the wear and tear breaks bolts, and then the dirt and everything. And anybody that's worked around equipment like this knows that you just tear bolts off. Anyway, so let's get going on it. All right, well, this bolt right here, I don't know if you guys can see that or not, but there's a bolt right there is rounded off. So I'm gonna have to take the grinder, string it out here, and grind that bolt on. This one right here is gonna suck. That one's gonna suck, because see, I've got to get to the nuts on the other side of that, up through here, and look at this. That's full. So first off, we're gonna have to shovel that out. That one's done. Oh, it hit me right in the face. Wow. Okay. On to the next one. Probably ought to sweep some of this out of my way and we'll jump down to that one. I'm too old for this. This one here, we just replaced it a few months ago. So yeah, it's that one there. We're gonna leave that one alone. But first, I've got to shovel all that stuff in there that I was talking about, which that's gonna suck. So let's get on it. I think we'll go take an allergy pill first and then start shoveling it out of there and get some gloves on, but let's keep going. All right, here we go. This is gonna be a mess. Hopefully there's nothing living in there. But maybe I'll use the hammer and just dig that out. But yeah, I don't want that in my face. So the reason I'm doing that is I've got to get to those nuts back in there. And they are deep. Woo! Look at that. What a mess. But it's the joys of working on farm equipment. That's why we love it. Got that one and that one. The nuts are exposed up top there. Same with this one and that one. They're exposed. Now that one and that one, on the other hand, that one's clear back inside here. So I've got to dig all that out. See all that? I should probably have my gloves on. Yeah. Ah man, I got my glasses all dirty. So look at this. You'd think I was a regular farmer. I'm not a farmer. I have animals, but I'm not a farmer. And I know it sounds sick and wrong, but I enjoy this stuff. So I'm gonna just jump in there and scratch the rest of that out. I won't bore you guys with it, and then we'll show you as we're pulling the rest of the plates off. So here we go. Oh, well, that was that was exciting. The glasses are laying down there, all covered in it. But yeah, it's good stuff. That's why we do what we do. Custom work, anything and everything, part of the job. So I wish I had a deceased use those little dogs over there. They got it pretty easy, don't they? But anyway, now I'll get this all shoveled up, and maybe I'll sell it back to the farmer. There's probably half a bale of hay right there and dirt. Yeah, now at least I can get to those bolts inside there and replace them and keep on going. So yeah, let's go clean this mess up. Okay, it's a new day in the shop. Well, outside the shop today. It's October and it's beautiful. Actually, it's been really warm, but anyway, we've got this other side now that I've got to clean out. All that crap, just like on the other side. And yeah, yesterday, I climbed under that other side, scraped it all out, and got up afterwards, stood up, got looking, and there's an access point to it. Good job, huh? So yeah, that's how smart I am. Right. Man, that one's gonna fight me. All right, you ready? I'm gonna spin that one. Okay. All right. Okay. We'll get these broke down and get them pulled off. Those are clean. Start the pile with the rest.
It's compact still, pretty good.
Yeah, it's been there for a minute, huh?
Yeah.
We'll sell them half a bale of hay when we get done. Man, look at that. We've got 2 more full skid plates to pull off, and then we'll start extracting the bolts that are broke off. That is after we clean all the crap out of it. I say we, but I'm not over there. My dad's over there breathing it in. Look at that mess. That's why we love it. We're all off. We're still digging dirt out. I'm covered in dirt, covered in hay. I'm filthy. I'm earning my wages. So I'm gonna get myself blown off, and we're gonna start extracting bolts. Okay, I got the welder out, and I'm gonna try a tactic that I've done many times before, and it worked. So I'm hoping that it'll work on this. So what I'm gonna do is, you got these bolts that are broke off right here. What I'll do is I'm gonna take that nut right there, and I'm gonna weld down through the center of that nut, and then let it cool down. And then I'll take a wrench and try to walk that out. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. I mean, I've had pretty good success with it in the past, but you just never know. With stuff like this that's been beat up and all the dirt and rust in it, I mean, it's a gamble, but we're gonna give it a shot. So let's start doing some welding and try it. Well, we'll let that cool down and then try to break it loose. Meanwhile, I'll get some other ones cleaned up, wire brush, and try it on those as well. So we'll see. Well, that one seems to be coming. It's almost as scary as breaking a bolt off in like an engine block for some reason. Ah! Dang it. Ah! Please work. Nope. Well, I got one over here. So far, one. Got all the bolts out. It was a pain in the butt. That was a pain in the butt. They're all ready to go. I'm gonna start getting these plates here and all the new bolts and nuts, and we're gonna get this thing put back together and get it out of here today. Well, I noticed a couple things. Your outside ones here are a little bit wider. Had me worried for a minute. I thought we got the wrong parts. And I also noticed one more thing. Look at this. I missed one bolt. It still broke off in there. Okay. I'm going to show you guys how I did those other ones, since I didn't film too much of it. Now we're going to drill down through, and then I'll show you what we're going to do after that. Just try to center the drill as best you can. Well, you guys can't really see that, but so what I like to do is drill down through it, and so it relieves the entire bolt. I don't know if that's the key to this or what, but we'll hook up the ground and I'll show you what we do next. All right, I'm just gonna fill that hole down there with some weld. All right, So I built the weld up around that. I'm gonna take one of these old nuts that we pulled off the back and drop it right there. Let's see if this works. Well, let it cool down for a minute, and let's see if it breaks it loose. This is always the scary part, because it's either going to break it loose or the head of the nut's going to break off. Ooh, it's turning, it's cracking. The weld's cracking, but it's turning. Okay, I think we got it. I don't want to get too confident yet. See, it worked. I've had pretty good success doing it that way. This is the 11th bolt that I pulled out of this. I thought I only had 10, but apparently I missed one. I want to grab it so bad with my hands, but that'd be a bad idea. You grab these other pliers. See where I drilled through and the welding wire came through, but it's good to go. Finally. Now we can start bolting it back together. All right, got everything all set in place, all the skid plates set in place. And now what I'm gonna do first is I'm gonna go through and set all these bolts in, but not tighten them all the way around. So that way when I get up underneath and pull them up, I can tighten the back ones and come back and tighten these front ones. The back ones are kind of an oblong hole, so I don't want to get under there, tighten those up, and then not be able to get these in. So yeah, we'll go through, walk all these in to where they're all the way down but not tight all the way, and then we'll go underneath and start putting the bolts and nuts on the underside. So let's go with it. Okay, all the bolts are in up top. Like I said, they're not tight all the way, so we can go underneath, bring the bellies of those skid plates up, and I can put there's 4 bolts on each one, maybe 2 bolts on each one up underneath. Anyway, now I'll go through and I can tighten all those back ones and then jump back up front and tighten all the top ones, and then we'll change out a few of these turtle shell things that were busted up, and then we'll call the customer in time to come get this. So let's get underneath and zip them all up in. All right, so got under here. I got one of these in, the first one, and it was kind of a bugger. Up inside there just wasn't scraped all the way 100% around it, so got that scraped, got it out. I was going to use the jack all these up. Some of you out there that work on vehicles and stuff, everybody's got that one tool that's your favorite tool, right? Really good friend of mine that was really close to me. He was like a second dad to me. He was an iron worker. This was his wrench, and so I keep it near and dear to my heart. I keep it in a safe place, and check this out. Bam, locks those plates right up into place. So again, one of those tools that is use it for a lot of different stuff and means a lot to me. So we're going to use it and use it to put these skid plates on and make good use of it. So let's get these done. It's a pain to get up inside here and put this nut on. It's so far up in there, and I got fat fingers. That's another problem with what I've got going on, is I got fat fingers. You can't get them in a tight spot sometimes. But anyway, well, we'll tighten these two, and then we'll put you guys on time lapse and run through it all. Nice. Well, one down, 1,800 to go. I got most of those nuts and bolts in. Ran into a little problem up underneath here where they got to go in. Still got a ton of dirt in it. I mean, it's all been cleaned out and knocked down and everything, but it's just dirt and residuals that have fell down in there. So I'm gonna go in there and blow all that out, because of course the wind's blowing this way, and as I'm under there, it's blowing crap in my eyes, even with my glasses on. So let's go in and blow it out with the leaf blower and keep on trucking. Change plans. Let's use some air from the air compressor. Let's really make a mess. Woo! Everything's dirty. Farming's dirty, man. Well, I got every one of those in. Ate a bunch of dirt. Ugh. It's gross. I got down to the end and ran into a little snag. There is a bolt that's missing from one of the skid plates right here. We did this one not that long ago. And you can see right there, there's a bolt missing. So now I've got to go up inside there and dig the rest of that crap out, because I can't let this leave the shop without a bolt in that. It'll just cause problems. So now I get to dig some more mud out of there and replace a bolt. So this ought to be fun. Look at that. Extra nut and bolt just for it. Let's see if that did it. Yep, I can get to it now. Sweet. I think I got it. Yes. Now we'll tighten this one while we're under here. Done. Skid plates are done. Nice. Now we just go up top, tighten all the rest of those, and put the turtle shells back on it. Yes. Well, I got them all laid out. All the turtle shells. I think they wanted me to replace 4. But there's one over here that's got a hole wearing in the bottom of it. And that one does. And that puts us at 5. So we're just going to go ahead and replace all 6. At this point, I want it to leave here and be ready to go for the farm season. And I don't want them to have to worry about anything other than getting in it and going as far as this part goes. So let's start pulling bolts and switching blades and replacing the turtle shells. Well, I got all the turtle shells on, but I may have screwed up a little bit. So I just started pulling blades and just in my normal fashion, just started pulling things apart. Thought, well, we'll put it back together. Come to find out, these blades have to be turned a certain direction. They've got these directions stamped on the back of them, and it shows which way they go. That one says Germany, and it has an arrow pointing to the left. So I I don't know which way this spins when it's turning, and so I'm not just gonna guess. So I got my good friend Andy Gowdy coming over. He's gonna come tell me. He's an expert at this stuff. In fact, I think he's the one that runs this the most on their farm down there. So as soon as he gets here, he'll explain to me where I screwed up, and we'll get those tightened back down, and he'll be the one to take it out of here. I did mark which way they were clocked. I spray painted around each one before I pulled them, because these have to be clocked a certain direction, because they all spin, and if you don't clock them the right direction, they're going to hit each other as they spin around. See that? Ooh, that one don't sound good. Something in there's rubbing, huh? I'll have to look at that and see if there's, might be a bolt or something caught up under that, maybe. I don't know. That didn't sound good though. Anyway, that's how that works. So as soon as he gets here, I'll have him show me where I screwed up. I got old Andy Gowdy here. He's gonna fire it up, and he told me that we've got to figure out which way those turn first, and he's just gonna bump it. So that's rotating counterclockwise. So that'll tell us which way those blades go. So now we can put them on. All right, it's a new morning at the shop. I got interrupted on a couple other projects yesterday and didn't get this swather finished up, but she's about done now. I've got 4 left, 2 on each one of those, and then they can come get it. That's exciting, just to have it done. It's big, takes up a lot of room, but I love these kind of projects, man. These things are, if you get an opportunity to mess around with farm equipment, it's the engineering on it's great on a lot of these, and it's fun to play around with and just see what the innovations they've come up with over the years. So anyway, let's get these other 4 put on and call Andrew and have him come get this thing, and we'll get on to the next project. Yeah, see, these have little arrows on them. Tells you which way they cut. You want it to cut the lowest. You want it to be down lower to the ground, so it's cutting that hay really low. Sure would have been easier doing it when these were off, but I didn't know what I was doing. You have to have, basically, they got to be on to know which direction they're going to be turning. So this is it, last ones. So we'll get them mounted on. Pink. We got them. Right where they need to be. All right, well, let's get this down off the blocks. Get the stands out from underneath of it. And Andy should be here any minute to pick her up and get her out of the driveway. Okay, she's back down on the ground, ready to roll. Look how tight that is. Well, that one's off, and now we're on to another project. So thanks for watching, guys. We appreciate that.